The dream that never ends. I can't forget the first dream, but now I'm not sure if it was a dream at all. When I was little, every night before bed, my grandmother used to sit beside me and tell stories about dreams. She had this way of speaking, soft but grave, as if each word carried an ancient weight. She said dreams weren't just images created in our minds. They could be doors leading to other worlds, spaces that we couldn't see with our naked eyes. Some dreams, she whispered one night, are alive. Some dreams don't end when you wake up. I used to laugh at her words, thinking they were just another bedtime story meant to scare me. I was a rational child, always dismissing superstitions, always clinging to what I could see, touch, and prove. But then I began to have a dream that never let go. It started suddenly. One night, I closed my eyes, and when I opened them, I was in a forest I had never seen before. The air was thick and damp, carrying the scent of wet earth and decaying leaves. Towering trees stretched their tangled branches overhead, their gnarled forms twisting unnaturally, blocking out any sign of the sky. The silence was suffocating. No rustling of wind, no chirping of birds, just the oppressive, eerie stillness that made my skin crawl. My name is Daniel Carter. I'm 26 years old, and I live in a small apartment in Chicago. I work as a freelance writer, mostly staying up late into the night, typing away at my desk. Perhaps my irregular sleep schedule is what triggered this dream. Perhaps it was something else. I was barefoot. The cold soil pressed against my feet, and every step felt like it was sinking into something alive, something that pulsed just beneath the surface. I didn't know why I was there, but a deep, gnawing sense of unease settled in my chest. I tried to move forward, but my limbs felt sluggish, as if the very air around me was thickening, resisting my every step. Then I saw it. At first, it was just a shadow, standing at a distance, a vague, inky blotch in the darkness, shifting slightly as if aware of my presence. My stomach twisted in fear. I couldn't make out its shape. Was it human? Was it something else? But even without eyes, I knew it was watching me. A shiver crawled down my spine. I wanted to turn around to run, but my body refused to obey. My breath came in shallow gasps. My heartbeat pounded against my ribs like a frantic warning bell. And then the shadow moved. Not walking, not shifting. It just was closer, as if the space between us had collapsed in an instant. I tried to scream, but my voice caught in my throat. My legs locked in place, held down by something unseen, and the closer it came, the colder I felt. The darkness seemed to swell, pressing against my skin, creeping into my bones, and just as I felt it reach for me, I woke up. I was in my bed. My familiar, messy room greeted me, the soft glow of my nightlight casting long shadows on the walls. My heart was still hammering, my breath ragged. It was just a dream, just a nightmare. But as I exhaled, trying to calm myself, a sharp, unshakable sensation gripped me. I was being watched. The feeling was overwhelming, suffocating. My skin prickled with the unmistakable awareness of unseen eyes. Slowly, I turned my gaze toward the window, and there, beyond the glass, was the forest. The same twisted trees, the same suffocating mist, and somewhere in the distance, lurking between the trunks, was the shadow. I blinked. My chest tightened as cold terror settled deep in my gut. I had woken up. I knew I had woken up, but the dream, it had followed me. Panic surged through my veins. I scrambled out of bed, flinging open my bedroom door, expecting to find the hallway of my home. Instead, my foot met something soft and damp. The scent of wet earth filled my nose. My breath hitched as I looked down. I was standing in the forest. The walls of my room were gone, melted into the gnarled bark of towering trees. The light of my night lamp had faded into an eerie, muted glow filtering through the mist. I spun around, heart hammering in my chest. My bed, my desk, my shelves, everything was gone. Only the whispering trees remained. I tried to scream, to call for help, but no sound left my lips. The silence of the forest swallowed me whole. And then I felt it, a cold breath against my neck. My entire body seized up, my limbs locking into place. I didn't want to turn around. I couldn't turn around. But I knew. It was there, right behind me, closer than ever before. The shadow, the thing from my dream. I could hear something now. A whisper, so faint it was almost a vibration in my bones. A voice, low, rasping, devoid of warmth. It wasn't speaking in any language I knew, but I understood what it was saying. It had found me, and it would never let me go. Everything went black. When I woke up, if I had truly woken up, I was in my bed again. The sunlight poured through my window, birds chirped outside, and the nightmare had faded into the background of my mind. But the unease never left me, because I knew that night, when I closed my eyes, the dream would return, and this time I might not wake up at all.